Hey everyone, welcome back to another Diablo 3 video. In this video, I'm going to go over the Vyr and Chantodos set for farming T16 Rifts as well as GR 100s. So if you find any of this helpful, please consider liking, subscribing. It helps me out tremendously. And without further ado, let's get into it. So it's going to utilize the full 6-piece Vyr set as well as the 2-piece Chantodo. So it's going to be the Vyr boots, pants, chest piece, shoulders, and gloves. And then for helmet, it's going to be the Swami. The belt piece that will be used is Fazula's Improbable Chain. Necklace will be Squirt's Necklace. Arm guards. And then for the rings, Convention of Elements. And Halo of Karini. Now, as far as the Convention of Elements, you could honestly switch this out for like Stone of Jordan or something, whatever works for you. I personally choose to just keep it with Convention of Elements just because I don't really see the need for Stone of Jordan, at least for me personally, especially with T16. I feel like I do enough damage as is. But if you're struggling with damage, then by all means go with Stone of Jordan or whatever you prefer. And then I already said Halo of Karini. And then for the weapon, it's going to be Chantodos wand and then the offhand Chantodos. For gems, it's going to be Bane of the Trapped, Boon of the Hoarder, and Bane of the Powerful. Now in the gear, I have the strength to give me more armor. You could put intelligence gems, so topaz if you like. Just go with what you prefer. And then for the helmet, I have the diamond for cooldown reduction. And as far as the build goes, I mostly have cooldown reduction, resource cost reduction, and all crit. You would want cold damage because this is a cold damage build. And then, you know, attack speed if you can get it. But for the most part, it's very cooldown reduction heavy. The main purpose is you want to be able to have your Archon permanently up at all times. And then for Cube, we have Reaver. This is going to help again with the cooldown. Then Gold Wrap, and then Ring of Royal Grandeur, which is what's allowing us to use the Swami while still getting the 6-piece bonus of the Vyr set. For skills, it's going to be Stone Armor Scramble, Arcane Torrent Static Discharge, Teleport Wormhole, Magic Weapon Deflection, Archon Slow Time, Explosive Blast Flash. For the passive skills, it's going to be Galvanizing Ward, Evocation, Illusionist, and Audacity. As far as the follower, if you've seen my follower video, this is literally the same setup I've had since I first started my character. I don't change anything at all just because I'm lazy, so have your follower geared however you prefer. So if you clicked on this video strictly for like the gear information and the build that I'm using, feel free to skip ahead because I'm just going to show a quick T16 Rift and then I'll go over the Greater Rift variation. Immediately have Archon back up. I went in the circle. Alright, so now for the Greater Rift farming build, it's pretty much the same setup. The only difference is instead of the arm guards, I'll be using the bracers, the Ashnagars bracers. And then if you're using Stone Jordan, I'd recommend switch to Convention of Elements. But if Stone of Jordan still works for you, by all means, feel free to use it. And then as far as the gems, you will switch the Boon of the Hoarder for Zay's Stone of Vengeance. And then the cube, you'll switch the gold wrap with Frostburn for more of that damage. Because since you're an Archon, the Archon skills off the cold damage because of the rune. So that's why you'll take this. And then as far as skills, it mostly stays the same. The only difference is you're going to be taking Black Hole Absolute Zero. And then for the passives, you're going to be switching Illusionist for Unstable Anomaly. The biggest issue I have with that is by taking this, yeah, it helps you do more damage, and that's primarily what you're doing. It's obviously GR 100 and up for farming is going to be a lot harder than the Torment 16, but you sacrifice that mobility. That's why you really want to make sure you can be an Archon, as much as possible, and pretty much have it up immediately when it goes away, so that way you can just get right back into Archon form. So that would be the biggest issue is if you're not an Archon, as far as being able to have some mobility, it's going to be a little difficult. But yeah, that's all there is really to it. There's not much of a difference between the T16 build and the Greater Rift build. So yeah, if you clicked on the video just for the information, that's all there is. I'm just going to show a quick GR100, and yeah, feel free to click out if you only care about that. And for those of you staying, I appreciate you. And yeah, thank you. So let's get right onto the GR100. So yeah, that's the build. It took 3 minutes 3 seconds, so definitely on the slower side. Um, Admittedly, I'm pretty sure I was very clunky with it. I'm not too familiar with this build itself. It's always been like a popular build to play because it can be fun being Archon. I personally never preferred it. I always liked the Tarasha and Firebird better. So I mean, could definitely be optimized. I don't have the best gear on either, and like things rolled specifically for this build. And again, I'm pretty sure I wasn't getting my rotations right. But yeah, that's just an overview on this build. So again, if you stuck around for this long, thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. And thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.